Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. We've got a brand new sponsor. Vanarama have taken the wheel and they'll be driving the Redmen TV and Fan TV all summer long. I am Chris Pajak and I am here with the starting 11 as Liverpool prepare to take on Brighton in the last home game and the last Premier League game of the season. It is essentially such a big game. I know everybody's thinking about the Champions League final. I can't stop it. I am literally just talking sometimes and then just daydreaming about Kiev. It's been absolutely mental. My wife's talking to me and I'm just not listening to her, which isn't too much different to what normally happens, to be fair. But this time I am dreaming of one thing and it's Kiev, but we have got a huge game. We need a draw to secure top four and Champions League football next season. Obviously, there's another route into the competition, but Brighton at home, Real Madrid in the European Cup final. One of them is probably going to be easier than the other. So, yes, Lloris Karius will start in net for me. No sentimentality, no Simon Mignolet going into this side for a last hurrah in front of the Kop and the millions of Liverpool fans watching around the world. So, we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he's going to start at right back. I could see him being swapped out at like 45, 50 minutes for Nathaniel Klein because Nathaniel Klein will need some minutes under his belt. Wouldn't surprise me if Klein started because I think Trent's played a lot of football with a 2-week gap and a week since the last game. Trent should probably stay in there. A few minutes under Klein's belt with Gomez's injury and just having completed ankle surgery. Klein needs minutes just in case. Then you're going to have Dejan Lovren and Virgil van Dijk at the back. The two rocks. And then you've got the Scotsman himself, Andrew Robertson, in at left back. That's our normal back five. That'll be the one that I am probably going to predict for the Champions League final as well. Then I think it's Jordan Henderson. Then I think it's Gini Wijnaldum and James Milner. Now, little caveat to all of that, I suppose. I do think, again, much like the Klein and Trent Alexander-Arnold debate that I've just had with myself, Lallana could do with some minutes if he is in and available for this game. Then a few minutes under Adam Lallana's belt wouldn't be a bad thing. And then, you know what, it's just the front three, isn't it? You want him to break that Premier League goal-scoring record in a 38-game season. What have I put Mane up front for? See, I'm daydreaming of Kiev again. Roberto Firmino top, Sadio Mane on the left-hand side, Simon Mignolet. Maybe if we're 3-0 up, bring him on with one to go. Clavin, Moreno, Woodburn, Kleiny, Solanke and Ings, and I've somehow forgotten to include Lallana in case he's fit. You know what I mean, it's fine. We're only really going for the starting 11. I don't really care about the substitutes and stuff. Tom, while I get the comments section up, mate, would you mind giving me one to go with?
Yes. So I asked who people want to see start this game. Arthur Campos says strongest 11 possible.
Yes, Arthur.
Jack Manel says 11 Salahs.
11 Salahs. I mean, if you could pick team of Carragher's, team of Salahs, team of Carragher's, team of Salahs. Sorry, Jamie. It's definitely going to be a team of Salahs, isn't it? Yeah, I like that one. Jack McCannell as well, so spot on, Chris. Olawale Ogunwuyemi. Lallana should start instead of James Milner was in the next comment. Yeah, and you know what? If he is fit, I would expect it to be James Milner that comes out. I think, you know, we've seen Jordan Henderson was kind of rotated out for the last game, but then had to come in and all that type of stuff. So, last Premier League game anyway. I'd guess that it would be James Milner and Lallana comes in for him, and then you ask Wijnaldum to sort of sit a little bit deeper, and then maybe Lallana sort of pick up those pockets of space in between their banks of defenders and midfielders, and that's the area that he is at his most creative. You know, you want to get his touches on the ball, Lallana. If he's getting into the game, you want to give him the ball because he needs his touch, doesn't he? He needs that more than anything else. And he's normally very good. He's normally good when he comes back from injury. He doesn't take a lot of time to settle and stuff, so that could play in our favour as well. On that, I think it does just kind of have to be the starting 11, doesn't it? Benny 1838 says Lallana to play Champions League final. It wouldn't surprise me if he got minutes, if he was able to get minutes in this game. I do expect it to be some kind of behind closed doors 90-minute friendly of some description in the 2-week gap somewhere just to keep that match fitness up. And I expect him to probably start in one of them, whether it's an inter-squad friendly or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe there's a little bit of money or charity money to be made somewhere along the way. So So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Lallana did get some minutes in the Champions League final if we needed a little bit of something towards the end of the game. Obviously, if you're in the lead in that game, then Lallana's probably not the right substitution. Klavan will be brought on, absolutely 100%. We'll go back 5, and then we will absolutely be shitting ourselves for the rest of the game, I would guess. Team of James Milner, says Lee Merchant. I like that. Shout out to Chris and the crew watching from Jamaica. Thank you to Sean Goldburn. Salah Ballon d'Or, says Cammy Greenhill. Yes, when we win the Champions League. Yes, John Smith. Chris, the way you effortlessly slide those cards into the perfect position every time makes me slightly moist, just saying. Which is not what Tom does. Which is essentially just fucking throw shit at the board and get the comment section, get dead annoyed. I did love the fact, Tom, that you decided that the best way to do it was put them all here like that and then struggle because they're all magnetised to each other.
I didn't realise just how hard it was going to be.
Those magnets are pretty strong. I'll tell you what, for £3.50 magnets for 50, they're bloody good magnets, you know.
Bad.
You didn't think you were going to get magnet chat on the Redmen TV today, did you? But we've got a new sponsor. Anything can happen. Magnet chats is a thing now. I apologise, we will never talk about magnets again.
Anna Logenberg on Facebook says, do you think Moreno could start this game, maybe rest Andy?
Yeah, of course he could. I don't think he will, and the reason is because I think Jurgen Klopp spoken in the media this week about having almost a year off since his last game. You know, we had 9 games in 32 days prior to this week off, so we've played a lot of football, and you want to keep that match fitness levels up, of course you do, and you want to rest players where you can, but they will have rested. They've essentially had a 90-minute game off from what they've been doing over the last sort of month and a half, haven't they? So it will have been a couple of days recovery, probably a couple of days training this week, a couple of days off, and then you're back into the next game, and that will have done their bodies a world of good. Then, because you've got 2 weeks off afterwards, that's about then maintaining those fitness levels, taking it easy, building it up throughout the next couple of weeks. The fitness coaches will have had a plan. They'll be knowing exactly what they want to do, such that you can reach your peak on May the 26th, and then it's 2 weeks of proper preparation and planning so that you hit your peak physical performance on May the 26th. And you might need some kind of hard minutes in your legs in the middle of that just to sort of keep it up there a little bit, which is why I'm talking about a proposed friendly and stuff. So getting back to the Moreno Robertson stuff, I think his body's used to playing these 2 games a week now. He'll have recovered sufficiently such that we can put our first choice side out, and I think we have to. You have to show a little bit of respect to Brighton for what they've been able to do this season. You know, they've stayed up comfortably. In the end, you know, they've had a good result at the weekend just gone as well. They're a good football inside. Yes, they've got poor away form, of course, but that happens when teams come up from the Championship. We need a draw. We want to win, and we've got to go out there and do that. And the best way for me, personally, is to put your strongest 11 out there and go, play for your Champions League final place, lads. That's just my opinion anyway. But thank you so much to everybody who's watched the Starting 11 prediction show. I say the like that because that's how I speak. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the Redmen TV on YouTube. We've got a live count for me, Tom. I'll dance until you do it. Come on, okay. Let's go. He's taking the time now because I said do this.
No, I've got a rounded up number. 1 sec. We have 249,257 subscribers.
Right. Okay, I'm on a different channel. I'm on Cover 2s, so I can't do it. 249,257. Yeah. My word, 743 subscribers to go. It was fast maths, wasn't it? You didn't think I'd be able to do that. To the 250,000 mark, please, if you can, subscribe to the Redmen TV. If you've enjoyed this season, if you're a Liverpool fan looking forward to the Champions League final and you want to stay with us throughout that, then click that notification bell as well. Every time we go live, transfer news, start 11s, everything. There'll be loads and loads of content between now and the Champions League final. There really will be. Now's a great time to be a subscriber. Thank you all for your support over the last 10 years, my word. My next Start 11 prediction show is going to be a Start 11 prediction show for the Champions League final, and I'll leave you on that note.